Hey D, how are you? Watching one of your shorts. Hey Breeze, what's going on? D, good morning. Harris, how are you? Duke is good as well. He's right beside me right here. He wants to go outside. Hey Jim, what's going on? Go. Okay, we'll go outside in a sec. Just gonna take the phone off the charge. Go. Hey Kim, what's going on? I hope you guys are doing good. Go, come on. We'll go outside in a sec. Just gonna put my shirt on. No? Forget the shirt. Here, let's go. Should be outside enjoying the sun. Today is actually it's nice and bright. And there's little Duke. Hey Duke, it's a beautiful day. The sun is already halfway out. We got the chicken runnings done, almost all of it. And I got the whole chicken, I got the full cover, most of it done. And there's little Duke up there. Wait, let me get my shoes. I hope you guys are doing good and happy Sunday to everybody. Hold on, let me get my shoes on. My sandy shoes. Okay, go. Yeah, we do get quite a bit of deers and elks. We do get a lot of coyotes. This morning we were up at 3:30 in the morning. Um, we got hit with 4 coyotes. 2 days ago we actually got hit with a black bear. I wasn't expecting for a black bear to come to the property, and they end up coming in. It was roughly about 1 o'clock in the morning, and they destroyed my compost. I had to keep Duke inside so he doesn't go after him until I fix everything. But yeah, he pulled my compost out and it was destroyed. So actually, I had to empty the whole thing and burn it down. So you can see it up here. So I used to have the compost here. He just destroyed the whole thing and he pulled it all the way to the bottom, the bin. But I end up burning everything that I had here in the compost, eggshells and a whole bunch of stuff from the chickens and everything. It's good they never actually came in and after the chickens, which is nice. But it was good. It was not bad. Yeah, it was kind of interesting for the bear, but I do have the fence. I know here they can break through the fence, but I might maybe get like an electrical wire and activate it every night just in case. Because I'm still finishing this up because we got the chicken run going. It's about 16 feet, give or take. I just have to cover it and it'll be good for these guys. Duke, come here. But yeah, overall it's been good actually. It's been back and forth sunny and cloudy for the past 3 days, but no rain, which is nice. So hopefully it stays that way. So we finished the outside of the chicken coop with some red cedar. So it's starting to look actually nice, which is good. The stuff smells nice as well too. I like it. We got most of the water almost done as well. collecting a lot of the rocks around here. Hello from Colorado. Hello from Colorado. Hey, Sean, what's going on? So everything's starting to look good. It just would be nice to have this weather like this all time without being cloudy or chemtrailed like usual. And there's my little Saskatoon berry. I only have one here that actually grows wild, which is good. Maurice, gave you seen Gavinson bioregulator peptides from 1900 spoken about a lot ATM? I haven't. I'll have to look into it. Good hit mine. All good. Hit my nitric oxide. Nice. That's the way to do it. Some nice sheer stress early morning. That's always good to get you going. Already got mine done. I still gotta do some more. I did already the bike and some wall sit, which is nice. Nice to have. Sorry, I have my ripped shirt. This one got damaged by Duke. That's his favorite shirt. So now we're getting an average of about 9 to 10 eggs a day. So I think within about 2-3 weeks we'll start to have maybe close to like 15 plus maybe. Have you seen Cavinson bioregulator peptide from 1900s? A lot. ATM. I'll have to look into it, Ben. I haven't looked into it. To be honest with you, I haven't been doing a lot of research or going over a lot of stuff. I've been just extremely busy with some of the new launches I'm doing, especially for the school, because I'm actually getting it registered for certification purposes. So I've been working with that quite a bit. Hello, Maurice. How are you? All right. Hey, Mike. What's going on? I live in Central California, where they spray us almost every single day. We get sprayed here every single day. Like by the afternoon, we have like squares and blocks in the sky. It's brutal. It's important to stop supplements for some time and then restart again. It depends. It depends whether these supplements are synthetic or not, whether they actually are a stimulant or not. Then yes, it would be a good idea. What are your thoughts on soy and corn and chicken feed? I would never feed my chickens soy or corn. I stay away from that because that's gonna actually cause more high levels of omega 6. You can feed them, like other stuff like seeds would be probably like flax seeds or other things, but stay away from corn and soy. All that stuff is just gonna cause more oxidative damage to your system. Have you seen Berkeley nitric oxide product packaging has a rebrand, works out cheaper now, the one you used to recommend? No, I recommend both, either Berkeley or the other company from the arugula. They're both the same. They're very, very good. I like Berkeley a little bit better just because of the trust, and I speak with them often, but they are both good. I use both of them myself. And yeah, they did rebrand. They did actually finally they changed the package. Here's another this theory. What do you think of it? Advanced medical. Advanced medical. Yeah, sorry, the advanced medical one. Yeah, there's advanced medical. They use arugula form extract, and you have Berkeley. They use the beetroot. Beetroot from Berkeley were the original medical approved. Their second based off arugula. They're both the same. They both work good. I use both of them. Tell us more about your school. You just said, what is it about? In the school you learn, I teach about the biology of cardiovascular, cortisol, pretty much carnivore eating, meat-based, and I'm actually launching a fitness section as well too, and it's all going to be certified. PQQ improves my short-term memory recall very fast and improves my cardiovascular output and exercise. Noticeable difference when taken. Yeah, 100%, especially if you mix bio PQQ with coenzyme Q10. You're gonna notice your mitochondria, your performance, your recovery zone, everything is just gonna be much more enhanced. And especially when you're having, like I say, conversation wise, cognitive wise, it keeps you nice and stable. Good morning, Maurice and Duke. Looks like an unbelievable, gorgeous day. Good to see you wearing short sleeve shirt. I'm sure the sun rays feels good. Oh, it's amazing, Liliani. Good to hear from you finally. It's been like this 2, 3 days now. It's beautiful. We got some nice hot heat. Been spending most of my time outside, so it's been nice, Ashley. Um, so yeah, I hope you're doing good, and I hope everyone else is having a good Sunday so far. The brain health is so much cheaper on BioPQQ, feels sharper than ever. Oh, 100%. It's all about, the problem is, Ben, whenever we actually have certain decline of certain issues, everybody, look at the brain or look at certain things, but they ignore your most important upstream. And your upstream is always going to be your mitochondria. Fix your mitochondria, everything downstream will actually work better. And BioPQQ or coenzyme Q10, when consumed as a stack as well, they're actually gonna fix that quite fast. What are the most general supplements we should all have? I discussed that in school because these supplements are actually gonna be your foundation. It's not something that you should be taking daily, or it's not where you open up your covers and suddenly you have like 20 different type of supplements. It's the foundation. You need the foundational supplements, and these foundational supplements, some are going to be the amino acids and some are going to be based on your mitochondria, because based on your previous diet or stacks or stress or work environment, all that kind of affected us, and we are all being affected by dysregulated mitochondria because of environmental issues we come across quite a bit. I am going to launch a single web page. I was trying to finish it this morning. I haven't had a chance to. That single web page will have the most important supplementation and why I use them personally, or I use them in many of my protocols. And I kind of pointed each one and why. Like, for example, BioPQQ is one of them. And I explain why we need to actually use it. Lots of research coming out on healthy mitochondria and no cancer. Yeah, like keep in mind, everything in the body, requires energy. The way you talk, the way you think, the way you eat, the way you sleep, the way you actually exercise, everything requires energy. And where do you get that energy? That's your mitochondria, right? And if you have the good, healthy mitochondria, which is a lot of us have a dysregulated mitochondria, we're never going to perform good. So when we blame sleep and we blame stimulation and we blame other things, you should be looking at your mitochondria before you actually add other things. So never add things to a stressed body. Look into your mitochondria first. Good morning, Maurice, and everyone live. You have a beautiful sunshine today, Maurice. Good for you. Yes, we do. Hey, Sandra, how are you? Redox, clearance, endothelium, all terms that are critical to our health and terms you likely never heard before. Join school and learn how these impact your daily health. Yes, thank you, Liliane, for putting that out there. 100%. 100%. Vitamin D abundant here too. Bless you. Good morning. Hey, Greg, good to see you. I got to respond to your email. I think you sent me another one. Yeah, we finally got some beautiful sun. It's beautiful. I'm enjoying the sun. Me and Duke. Duke does not like the sun like that. He hides in the shades. But we need the vitamin D. Hello, does really dry skin reflects mitochondria dehydrated? Yes, it does. It's called intracellular hydration. Are you barefoot? I could be barefoot. Here, let's take the shoes off. These shoes that I wear is just for us, but there's my bare feet stepping on the ground, being ground. And the nice thing is because I got my creek going here, I still gotta clean it up and put some crushed rocks in here. But it's so nice and cold. Wow. Damn. Yeah, it is cold. And we got some frogs. Look at this. We got too many frogs. Shout out from Brazil. Cheers to that. How are you? Brazil, probably nice and hot as here. How to hydrate the cells? Salt and water. Salt and water is one of them, but look into intracellular hydration. What causes intracellular hydration? You have glycine, you have taurine, you have what else do we have? We have creatine causes intracellular hydration. So this is some of the foundational tools that we could be using, but it's all based on what you eat as well too, right? It's all based on the meat-based foods you consume. The chickens eat the frogs when they are carried down the stream into their coop. 100%. It's like free food for them. They get little frogs. They get some extra protein, and now I'm getting roughly about 10 eggs, which is nice. I think we'll probably start to get some more in the next couple of weeks. I got my LDL down to 49 points on a very high fiber diet years ago. Keep in mind, fiber diet even thought it lowers your LDL, but it does not fix your symptoms. All it does is just captures the lipids and flushes them out. That does not allow them to be absorbed. But it's not a fix. This is like almost like a cheat, temporary. But it doesn't mean that actually it fixes things, because too much fiber is going to end up causing damage to your gut. And in the near future, when you actually use that for too long, you're going to end up getting arterial stiffness, because we still need the lipids to actually help with the flexibility. My GSD does not like the sun either, seeks the shade, must be a treat in the breed. It is, because they have that, what is it, the double coats. They actually get like super hot. And so there's Duke. You can see him. He's sitting there in the shade. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, there he is, the little guy. He loves that spot there because it's always nice and cool actually for him. Feels good to be grounded, right? It's nice. We got some more logs. I pulled off some of my wild berries and we planted them here as well too. So we'll see if they'll grow this year. Duke, what are you doing? Let's sit down and relax. Okay, wait. Let me sit first. Wait. I'm trying to fix the phone. Fiber blows the heck out of me. I almost got rid of it. Oh, feels better that way. Duke is winter dog. He's German. Yes. Little guy. Yeah, he woke up too early this morning. Woke me up to go after some coyotes. Right, Duke? With all the metals and EMFs in the air, is zeolite worth taking? And now 6G, been nice here for a few days. Now rain and blocked the skies. Zeolite is good. It's not bad, but what I would highly recommend is parsley. If you can get organic parsley, or you can actually grow your own parsley, that's the best option you have to get rid of some heavy metals from their kidneys, because once the heavy metals stick into your kidneys, they can stay there for up to 35 years. So zeolite works not bad, but parsley, there's a specific way of doing it as well. You can actually do that. I'm trying to grow some. It's more just to kind of detoxify some aluminum and heavy metals from your kidneys. Have to head to church. We'll have to finish watching later, Maurice. You would appreciate this church. For 4 years, we have been teaching classes on prepping, growing herb. That's awesome, and that's what it should be all about. Nice, church community. That's amazing. Keep at it, D. And we'll probably chat on Tuesday in class. Dried fish and eggs are the cheapest here. Nice. Would love to get some. I haven't tried dried fish before. I cured my fish quite a bit. What do you think about these cacao mushroom drinks? They're bullshit. Waste of money. They don't do anything. It's just a marketing hype for nothing. How are your ribs? What do you take to accelerate the healing process? Nothing, I suppose. Time is the healer. They're fully healed. I haven't had any pain for almost more than a week or so. I'll show you what I did for healing. See my little kettlebell there? That's what I actually work out with when I for my ribs to strengthen them without lifting heavy weights. And I do take beta alanine to help with recovery and high mitochondria intake of BioPQQ, coenzyme Q10, and creatine. That will actually speed it up. Barterine too. We have ranching family that we get to grasp. That's awesome. That is amazing. And that's how it should be. I hope this will continue growing that way and nothing can stop us. Good for you. Awesome. Have you tried plantains? No, I haven't. I eat mostly carnivore, so I'm not really into a lot of the starches or anything like that. So I'm only eating meat base. I only eat eggs and meat. The same way I feed this little guy here, Duke. That's how I eat. Morning protocol may have helped my sleep 3 nights in a row, 8 9 hours sleep. Yay, that's awesome, Audrey. I'm glad everything is working out, and now we're bringing the body back to being stable. It's all about stability. So, did you take a few things, Maurice? You correct me if you did take a few things. Well, yeah, I have to take things so I can actually speed up the healing. You think I want to be out 8 weeks in pain? I want to speed up the process. What fat percentage do you eat? It varies. Probably sometimes a ratio 1 to 1 or a 2 to 1. Thoughts on spirulina? Spirulina is bullshit marketing. Not sure I heard you say anything about it yet. I will never say anything about spirulina. I think it's all bullshit. It's all big hype for nothing. Hey, I used to take it back in the day, 20 years ago, and I still find that product being bullshit. Yet even there's so many people marketing people. They say, oh, one of the best protein in the market. It's not chicken. It's not beef. It's not eggs. It's spirulina. Wow, can you eat 100 grams of spirulina and get the same amount of protein that beef or eggs gives you? So it's all like marketing bullshit that people fall for. I'm sorry to say that, but whoever actually uses spirulina, I think it's a big waste of money. What was the supplement you took to help your ribs? I took BioPQQ, coenzyme Q10, creatine as my main foundation, and I did take beta alanine. It's an amino acid to speed up recovery time, and it prevents soreness. And of course, I did a lot of kettlebell. There's my little kettlebell. Where is it? There it is. Soon we'll start to do some activities outside during school time, and I'll do some kettlebells. I'll teach you guys. I've got a source of beef heart. I am wrong putting in soup. Am I wrong? No, you can put it in soup, but beef heart is so freaking tender. If you cut it into steaks and you just do it on a barbecue, oh man, it's really delicious. Like really delicious. You slap it on for like 10 20 seconds per side, leave the inside nice and raw. It's super delicious. What's a good fat ratio for women on menopause? You have to hit at least a ratio 2 to 1. Uh, Teacher, have your hens what you feed them? So the hens that I have, they get a lot of dandelion, grass. They get flaxseed. They get split peas. Um, They get crushed oysters. I have the chicken run that I built, so they're gonna be going through that. But I'm not gonna allow them there yet till I grow some grass, and I'm gonna cover it with a metal frame, so the grass can actually pop out from the metal frame and they can eat them. I do feed them a lot of arugula as well too for better nitrate with magnesium. And for grains, I feed them barley sometimes. That's it. I made raw beef heart. Cheers to that. PSMF, good for women. PSMF, what is that? Can you break it down for me? One side note, I've twisted my knee training. doing strength exercise, but also suspected arthritis. How is your sardines going with your trial? I don't know. I haven't, to be honest with you, I've been eating anywhere up to like 6 cans a day. And I don't know how people say, oh, you feel this and you feel that. I haven't felt anything. I haven't felt anything from sardines other than extra protein that I'm getting. Hi, Maurice. What a beautiful day there. Amazing view. Beautiful day today. Nice and sunny. Skies are clear. Yesterday we were hit with a lot of chemtrails. I hope today we don't, and I hope it stays that way. Where is that place? I'm hidden in the mountain. I'll show you where I'm at. Let's do like a little tour. There's my little tour. There's my trees, mountains, car. I'm turning this into a greenhouse. I got half of it covered. My little unit. There's my little Duke there, sitting in the shade. There's my chicken coop. And my chickens are making breakfast right now. And we got the outside of the chicken coop done yesterday. Your school Substack are life changing, so affordable. We are blessed to have access to your knowledge, the only one we trust for our well being. Thank you for helping us. Thank you, Anne, for putting that out there. I appreciate you. I tried beef heart for the first time yesterday. I'm very impressed. Really love it. It tastes really, really good. The beef heart, especially if you're gonna make it into like a, especially if you slap it on the barbecue and everything. It's amazing, and it tastes like really, really good. Really good. Nice catch, Duke. Yeah, go hide under the deck. Oh yeah, they're going at it. The chickens. Protein sparing modified fast good for women. So there's a little view we got here. I'm still gonna clean up all the front here and it'll be good once it's done. What's the best way to make the cattle tongue? They are really large. I cut it in half. Sometimes the cattle tongue that I get, I was gonna take out one yesterday. I took some some shanks yesterday, and I actually ate it raw this morning. But yeah, the beef tongue, if you can't put the whole thing in a pressure cook, you have to cut it in half because they are quite large. Sometimes they can reach like 8, 9 pounds. But what is the best way to make carbonara? Another way, like you can either, there's two ways of doing the tongue. You can either pressure cook it for about an hour, then you take it out, you peel the skin right away because the skin is quite thick, and you can kind of slice it, or you can actually slice it while it's raw and cut them into like small bite size, like it's gonna be about this big, probably about a half inch. Put it on a frying pan for about like 30 seconds each side, but they're very, very, very dense and very rich fatty. So you probably have like 4 or 5 pieces and you're like, you feel full. I know two people that need kidney transplant. What is going on? What do you mean, what is going on? Happens because poor lifestyle choices. That's all I can say. And sometimes could be heavy metal toxification. The wife and I grind our own burger much of the time. We grind in liver and heart, tongue, with added beef fat. Oh, that's awesome. That's good. That'd be like a really good, tasty burger. Yum. I usually don't mix. I don't actually mix them. I just kind of eat everything separately. I just want to enjoy the flavor, but I should actually try to mix some. Did he answer my feed? Blocked it? I didn't see what you wrote back. Do you recommend Tatka? For what? What do you want to use Tatka for? For bile? You could, if you need, if your body needs extra bile for bile production, or maybe you can use taurine, or you can kind of adjust the fat so the body kind of get used to it. All depends on your. All depends on your how much fat you're eating and whether you're actually experiencing any soft stool or not. So yeah, I got the kayak. I haven't finished clean it because I had to actually remove the old glue that where it was cracked, and I had to actually sand it. And after I sand it, I had to actually staple it. So this is where the kayak is. We got it all cleaned up and everything. And let me show you. So this is where I have the hole. See how cracked? So I have it stapled right now, all melted and stapled with a special gun that I got. We got a 1-inch hose stuck in there to actually prevent from breaking. Then I have to cut these spikes off and melt some specific plastic that I bought to actually close the cracks, guys. We got one crack here, one crack there, and we have one here. And this is the biggest one. This is the most deepest one. So you had to use some more staples to actually hold it together so it doesn't continue breaking. So we'll see if I'm done by within the next 2 days, because it needs about 2 days to cure. Then I'll probably take it out in the water. One, I'm missing a lot of questions here. When starting carnivore, is there any different protocol between men and women, or is it the same? No, there is some difference. It depends. Some women they have to go a little bit slower than males because based on their bile, they have sometimes issue with the bile more than anything. I use soldering iron to fix mine. Yeah, it is a soldering iron for plastic that's made, but actually I bought the whole kit that I came with. I am taking the glycine and taurine daily, but I think the glycine makes me more tired. Can I have this effect? Maybe you're taking too much. If it's making you tired, because it does actually make you sleepy a bit, but you probably could be taking too much glycine at a time. So maybe tune it down a bit, maybe a gram, maybe maximum 2 grams after a meal. You don't want to do more than that. More than that, you're gonna feel tired and sleepy and stuff. My wife wants to start tomorrow. She can start tomorrow. Just she has to watch her, bowel movement and her bile, whether it's been actually being released correctly or not. Protein sparing modified fast food for women. What do you mean by that? Can I give me what do you mean by modified fast good for women? You could actually do a protein sparing. It depends how much protein you're gonna be taking. It depends. You can do it, but you don't want to do it on a daily basis. It depends what's your plan. Whether to do it more of like a fasting period, cutting down the protein, and but if you are already in a stress situation, I wouldn't do it, because you're gonna actually crash your T3. Your T4 won't convert correctly to your T3, and that could cause an issue. And Nicholas, is it Nicholas? Yes. For your wife, I would actually, when you start the protein, just make sure she's eating enough. At least she's getting 1 gram of protein per 1 pound of body weight, so she's not under eating, and just gonna not match the same intake of fat, but do the calculation based on calories, and it should be all fine. Make sure she is increasing the mineralization as much as possible, especially your magnesium and salt and stuff. And it should be good. Took, where's the chicken? Are they still laying? How many carbs you recommend per day? Well, I only recommend having carbs no more than, if you want to have really carbs, just make sure it is with your last meal of the day. And you don't need much. The body does not need much. 20 grams is plenty enough. It depends on your activity level, depends on your movement, all depends on that. So you don't really need a whole lot. So the only thing I'm missing here is an outdoor shower, because every time last year I would actually shower outside in the greenhouse. Because what happened is I leave the hose outside all day, and from the sun it actually heats up. And then like by 2 o'clock it'll be like perfect to shower outside. So I would keep it about 20 grams carbs a day, and I would only maybe increase it up to like 45 or 50 grams on like a heavy activity day. And if you really don't like carbs much, the easiest way you can do it with would be, let's say, honey, for example. Some people don't mind it. Then they actually use honey a little bit. It's just I'm not a huge fan of honey or anything like that. To me, sugar is sugar, especially being high in fructose as well too. Oh, we got some bees today. Nice. What do you think of sourdough bread? Many people are all over it. Yeah, some people enjoy it. Some people do good. Some people don't. It doesn't mean you should take it. You should consume it just because other people are doing it. It's all based on your biology. If you take it and you feel good, then it's fine. If you take it and you feel like shit, seriously, then keep it away from your diet. As simple as that. It's not whether you need it. It's not whether it's essential part of your diet. It is something as optional that you want to include, but that's all based on your lifestyle. Depends whether you like to kind of be on a low carbohydrate diet, or you like to cheat once in a while, or you like to change your intake of food to something different once in a while. So all varies, but it's all about how you feel. So when you eat something, you always check your sleep, your cognitive performance, your cravings. If all these are still set in a good order, that means whatever you ate is working for you, not against you. The day goes by quick sometimes. Okay, Duke. Okay, 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 okay. I know. That's all you want. Wanna sit beside me? Come up here. I am EMT. I am EMT high stress job. Trying to find the best diet for me, woman. High stress job. So the idea is the only reason we always kind of focus on carnivore. Why? Because it keeps you satiated, keeps you calm, and keeps you grounded. Anything else you take outside that scope is gonna cause more stress on a stressed body. That's the way I think of it. So when I have interviews or podcasts or I talk to a lot of people and stuff, I'm always in a calm zone. I'm always calm. I'm always grounded. I'm always on point. Never kind of struggle or anything because I consume enough protein and fat that my body is satiated and it feels complete. The moment you don't feel complete, that's the moment uh, you're playing too much with your lifestyle. So it's not about variety, it's about simplicity. So keep everything simple. And in the beginning, a lot of people that they have heavy stress jobs and stuff, they can keep everything simple. So they add, like say, L-theanine or certain amino acid supplementation to help the body cope better with stress and feel a little bit grounded. And yeah, carbs does cause brain fog because we end up over consuming it. So the only time you would consume it only if you think the body requires it. How often do you have to take a glycine? Daily. As part of your foundation. I did your attitude. I dig your attitude. I appreciate it. Cheers. Thank you, Sean. Good morning, Maurice and Duke. Hope all is well. Where's the new addition? Duke's girlfriend. Duke's girlfriend will be here in mid-May. So I have a good friend of mine that I've met. She's gonna be driving her and her husband to the location to pick the dog up because they're roughly about 12 hours away from me. Cayenne, good. Cayenne, yes and no. It's heavily spoken about, but nobody really gives you the real truth. cayenne is one of the highest pesticide sprayed crop out there. If you can grow your own, is good. If you cannot grow your own, never buy it. So even if you buy it as a supplement, make sure you always check the certificate of analysis and make sure it is heavily organic. Looking forward to seeing her soon. I think within about 2-3 weeks we'll probably get her here. A friend's daughter-in-law, 28 years old, is struggling to get pregnant. Her system has been affected by environmental stressors. Do you think strict carnivore may help increase her fertility? Oh, 100% it will. 100% it will. And I can guarantee that, Liliani. 100% it will. Because it's going to stabilize her estrogen, her DHEA, everything. She's more estrogenic dominant. And we need to actually work on that to flush that out from her system. But yeah, yes, it will help. I'll help you in school in regards to that information. Hey, Maurice, listen to your interview on Dave Mack's YouTube channel. You were great. I bet you will be busy now with all your new members from your interview. Good job. Thank you. I appreciate you. I tried my best. You know, sometimes I think I give too much information, but I'm trying to kind of keep it as simple as possible. I know sometimes I overgive too many complex things, but the problem is, the interview, I think it went really, really well. And I think a lot of people sometimes, when they ask, well, what do you think of heart disease or what do you think of cholesterol? And they only give you, anybody that gives you one answer, that means they have no clue about how biology works, because there's never is a one answer. And thank you. Yes, I've been getting a lot of people actually coming over to my channel from that interview. So it's been great. I did have another interview set up with Dr. Kelts, but the problem is I didn't want to do it because I have to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning because of the timing difference. Did you move? Looks different. No, I'm still in the same place. It's just probably you've seen it when it's always been winter, not as sunny and stuff. But here I am. My experience with beef heart was not good. I think I not cooked it with spices, any recipe. The quantity should be high to get 30 milligrams of coenzyme Q10. Impossible to eat that much quantity unless I'm wrong. Don't worry about configuring your coenzyme Q10 and stuff, because keep in mind, when you eat beef heart, it's all about bioavailability. So it doesn't mean you have to get like 100 milligrams, because it's all about bioavailability. And yeah, the beef heart is good. You just don't want to overcook it. If you overcook it, you're going to lose its tenderness. And if you undercook it, it's going to taste a little bit on the bloody side. So you have to kind of find that perfect medium rare. Thank you, Maurice. I will encourage this couple to book a consultation with you. Thank you, Liliani. Looking forward to it. I appreciate you. Hey, Duke. Come here, bud. Duke is sitting there in the corner. Hey, Travis. Good morning, Maurice. Hope all is well. I hope you're doing good, Travis. Oh, beautiful day today. We got a lot of sun. Chickens are happy. I got to remove the machine from there because I was cutting all the wood to kind of finish the chicken coop and finish the chicken run. So we'll clean that up today. Barbecue beef heart, yeah. Barbecue beef heart, I think that's the best way you're gonna actually enjoy the beef heart. Seriously, that is the best way you're gonna enjoy it, because you cut it about an inch thick. You're gonna cut it as a nice big steak. Slap it on for like, I don't know, maybe 45 seconds per side, and actually it tastes like really, really nice. And put some salt on it, and you're gonna be impressed. If you don't have a barbecue, I usually put it on my wood stove outside in the barbecue. I gotta get my grill going, and I think it'll be like really, really good. I might be getting some next week. I'll have to go drive for 4 hours to the farmer to pick up some more meat. I'm getting about 40 pounds of liver. I'll probably get me a couple hearts maybe. Maurice, thoughts on red yeast rice, coenzyme Q10 all in one seems lower. People LDL triglyceride, but just push damage downstream just makes look better on labs. What do you think? The problem is, again, if we're looking at the lowering the cholesterol, lowering the LDL, there is still a downstream, nothing upstream we are actually fixing. The upstream is your cholesterol being oxidized, which is your upstream is controlled by your ApoB. Is your glycocalyx being damaged? So while you're still kind of lowering the numbers with red yeast rice, which is the same as a statin, the question is: are we preventing? Are we slowing down the progression? Or we're just gonna take it and don't even worry about my cortisol, don't even worry about the upstream or nothing. So it's more than just taking statin because, or even red yeast rice, because they're not really fixing the root cause. They're just changing the numbers on the labs. And the thing is, if you're not gonna fix the foundation, you're not gonna fix your upstream. You're just wasting money or numbers. You're just wasting money on chasing numbers. So your doctor is happy, you feel at ease, you have less fear. But the question is, are you actually fixing the stuff? Be better of having niacin. I would have niacin because niacin is more of a natural product that is actually found in our food system. You don't need to take 3 to 5 grams daily. People do really well under 3,000 milligrams, under 3 grams daily. And if you've noticed that your HbA1c is increasing a bit, you just have to fine tune your niacin to a better point. Hello, I'm Sergeant in the Republic of Korea Army. Nice to meet you. Likewise, Serge. Good to see you. I am, sir. I hope I'm saying your name correctly, Sergeant. Nice to have you here. Ezetimibe, less damaging than statin, but not permanent fix, as you said. Ezetimibe, it is good to take to actually, and see, the ezetimibe works a little bit different than statins. Statins, they actually block cholesterol production. Ezetimibe, the only reason I like it, and that would be my first recommendation, is because it does help with clearance. It does help with LDL receptors. So it enhances LDL receptors, so therefore your body can clear. And a lot of people that are in my school, we talk about LDL receptors and clearance. And the most important part of that is movement. Movement after a meal. Come here, Duke, wait. Movement after a meal and having at least a 40 minute of zone 2 every single day so you can actually cause what is called the clearance. So if the person is being lazy, is not able to do any of that stuff, then yes, ezetimibe is going to work for them to actually help with the clearance and help with the LDL receptors. How wonderful to enjoy nature and sunshine. Your home is beautiful, so relaxing. Carney forever. Thank you so much for sitting it is nice sitting here. There's days where I just want to come out and sit and stuff sometimes because I'm always busy when I do something on the computer or do something for my patients. I have like I'm behind by 6 protocols right now, and every protocol takes me like 4 hours to finish. I wish I can do it all automatic, but everything is done heavily manual, and that's going to be actually taught to all the students that are going to be graduating from my school. You guys will actually have my support. We're going to be talking about that a little bit more in details because I'm waiting for full approval. If the approval goes through, then I do need at least 30 students to actually be part of the certification. But everybody that actually graduates will actually have access to my full protocol engine that I created. But yeah, it does take me about 4 hours per person for every protocol I make. So that's what a lot of my time gets stolen from everybody. I would love to just sit there and answer questions all day long. Maurice, thoughts on SGLT2 inhibitors for heart and kidney health? I have to look into that, Ben. SGLT2. I have to look into that. Sorry, I don't have much information to give you. What do you think about CIMT Lab? CIMT Lab is good to actually check your soft plaque classifications. Is that lots of longevity biohackers say metformin once per week, not daily, but once a week. It's the same thing as you taking berberine, for example, right? So you can definitely do berberine. It's going to be a very similar effect without taking the pharmaceutical. Especially in places like in Canada and other places, you cannot get metformin without seeing a doctor. Tignem, I hope I'm saying your username correctly. Hello from Alberta. Hey, Alberta, my little neighbors. I hope you guys are doing good. I might be coming by to Alberta, I think, and I don't know if I could. I'm waiting for my dog. I don't know if I should go before or after. Because I have to go to Alberta to pick up some more meat, a couple 100 pounds, and I usually like to do that trip every 3 months. I'm already behind, so that's why I've been buying it here locally. Hello from Virginia Beach. Hey, how are you? Damages mitochondria. Metformin does. Well, see, technically, berberine is supposed to cycle it every 45 days because it does cause stress on your mitochondria. It does not damage your mitochondria. It does cause stress to your mitochondria, and same thing with metformin as well too. I am on ezetimibe and Repatha. What do you think? I have stent and a heart valve replaced. Repatha only beneficial only if your lipoprotein small a is high. If you have a lipoprotein small a, then taking Repatha, you're just actually being tricked by cardiologists. Ezetimibe is not bad. It's going to help with the LDL receptors, but Repatha, that's the one I question. Only people who requires to have the LP small a. I have the LP small a. I'm not even on Repatha because I like to control it with the food I take. School is awesome. It will be a full year, maybe even more, right? 2 years, did you calculate it? And you'd added workout as well. It's exciting for future. Yes, it is gonna be that long. The training I'm adding, so I got the full biology, about 8 lessons on the biology of fitness. Then I have one whole module on kettlebell and specific movements and everything. Then I do have another. I'm gonna have other part of it based on what a lot of the students requested, and I know what Travis has requested and many other people from school, that it will be all added, and it is gonna all be part of the certification and part of the exam. Yes. Glycine has been a miracle supplement for me. I have so much energy now. I guess the redox is improving 100%. 100%. Once we actually control our main foundation, everything downstream is just going to work wonderfully. So instead of actually chasing the energy, chasing the weight loss, chasing the sleep, we actually fix the foundation. Once the foundation is fixed, everything downstream will start to actually repair itself. Maurice, have you heard of pulse electromagnetic field therapy? There's a lot of different units out there, machines. I just have to look into it more in detail and more on the scientific part of it to see if it's actually worth it, because there is a lot of marketing spams out there and people making money left and right. I get a small unit that's actually being shipped for me from a company. It's about $2,000. I'm gonna be getting it next week. I was supposed to get it 2 weeks ago. Somebody from DHL stole it, so now I'm probably expecting one to come in next week, and I'm gonna test it out. And it's all about controlling your whole body with the small equipment. So I'll talk about it a little bit more. So there's a lot of equipments out there, a lot of machines out there. A lot of them are bullshit and money making. So we just gotta be careful. We're not spending our money left and right, guys, because some of the stuff can get quite expensive. Using a glycine and NEC to improve methylation, elevated GGT was one signals as to deficiency. Thoughts on this and other protocols to manage? Yeah, elevated GGT, AST, ALT, all that liver enzymes actually is all done by the NAC and glycine stack, because they actually convert as a precursor to glutathione. Glutathione is your main mother antioxidant for the body. The stronger the glutathione is, the better your liver functions, the better the clearance for LDL receptors, the better it's going to actually outperform everything in the body. Keep in mind, your liver is the most crucial organ in the body that actually controls everything. So everything that comes in, everything that exits is controlled by the liver. So if you don't have proper glutathione or proper methylation process, then we're always going to run behind. So yes, glycine and NAC are a precursor to glutathione as well too. But as well, if you take NAC by itself, is good for respiratory issue, is good for glycocalyx and many other things. Same thing with the glycine. Does insulin resistance also can lead to CAD? Yes, it does. I got NAC yesterday to add to my stack, as you suggested, for lifelong Very 100%. That is gonna actually help, and it's gonna actually aid with the liver. 100%, yes. I ate lots of oxalates in the past and been having weird, unpleasant symptoms for 1.5 years. Doctor can't seem fine. I can. How can I know if oxalates are the problem? Do I not know what to do? The problem is with oxalates, they can take anywhere between 6 to 9 years to flush out from the system. Anytime you have arthritis, eyes burning, joint pain, swelling, arterial calcification, all that stuff is due to oxalates, heavy oxalates in the body, and they take that long to actually flush out from the body. So yeah, you're gonna get a lot of weird symptoms, a lot of foggy brain, joint stiffness. There's so many. I can name like maybe 40, 50 different types of issues you will have from oxalates that people put it and they say, hey, it's just old age. No, it's not old age. Would like to know why we have to pay in US dollars for your service since you are in Canada. So I am 99% of my patients and clients are all in the USA. So I kept it as a USA dollar. That's it. Very simple. I cannot switch it between Canadian to US. I'm registered in the US, not in Canada. An acetyl-L-cysteine, it's an amino acid. It's about the so yeah, and NAC and acetyl-L-cysteine is an amino acid that we actually get, but we don't get enough of it. But think of it as anytime you're feeling sick, anytime you have lungs issue, anytime you have sulfur issue, anytime you have arterial issue, anytime you have lipid issue, everything a lot of it requires NAC. I'm debating adding taurine to my core stack, but will wait a bit and see what labs reveal. AST and ALT have returned to normal across metabolic healing. Yeah, 100%. You can definitely do that. Never take supplement without checking your biomarkers, but taurine is one of your foundation. Opinion on betaine TMG 3000 grams for liver regeneration. Well, either way, your liver regeneration takes anywhere between 3 to 9 years. So you're not going to speed it up or anything. And you take 3000 milligrams a day of TMG, you could be causing over methylation. Over methylation is going to lead to, oh, hey, my hummingbird. Over methylation is going to lead to more headaches, more cognitive decline, and your mind is going to be running at 100 miles per hour. Does insulin resistance alone can lead to heart blockage? Yes, it does. It does. That's one of the biggest killer. I'm not gonna break it down further than that, unless you join maybe my school, because I can sit here and talk for hours about it. But insulin resistance is the most important killer that controls everything. Okay? And I know a lot of people say, oh no, insulin resistance has nothing to do with it. No, that's where it actually starts. Sugar is sugar. We take in too much energy because we think of sugar as energy, but we don't actually utilize it correctly. So what makes people think that, hey, you need 100 grams of sugar a day, 200 grams of sugar a day to grow my muscles, to have energy? That's all non-talk bullshit. And it's not about, eat small enough. If you eat small enough a day, you're fine. No, it's not essential. It's not part of the human diet, and it never was part of the human diet. And I know a lot of people start coming up and saying, well, if you're chromium deficient, you're not utilizing your sugar correctly. If you're this deficient, you're not. Well, what caused a lot of these things to become deficient in the first place is because of the insulin issue. Lumbrokinase dosage, I have 40 milligram also release. 40 milligrams is not bad. This is just to kind of control your your fibrinogen level. That's it. I see they even put sugar in canned vegetables now. I looked at my parents. Yeah, seriously, check everything. You're gonna notice. Like even if they say even you know, when you go like low fat milk or low fat, uh, yogurt or low fat cheeses, what do they replace the low fat with? Sugar. They say which one is better, which one is going to affect the body better. The low fat sugar, the low fat, and we put sugar is going to cause more craving. Is going to cause the people to eat more. But if they actually keep it as whole, you feel satiated and satisfied. You don't eat more. I can give my husband NAC, even thought he's on 3 blood pressure medication. Yeah, 100%. And we can fix his blood pressure. We can get him off the blood pressure medication. The blood pressure medication, they're actually not doing any good for him. Within about 5 years, he's gonna actually shrink his brain, and he's gonna end up having issue with his hippocampus. So that's gonna be quite. He's gonna fall into that quite cognitive decline. So you gotta be careful. Not enough clearance is the problem. I always ask myself, am I going to burn it? Let's say if I have a tiny bits of carbohydrates, not pasta, it's worth but a bit. Wild rice once a week or baked potato. Having something like that as a cheat, let's say once a week, less than 1% of your diet intake is fine. But if you're just gonna have it every day and you're just gonna sit and not do any movement, what's the point? Because it's all gonna be stored, and that storage is going to increase your triglyceride, and that triglyceride increase is going to cause more thickening of your blood. Many who follow meat-based diets have performed well in the competitive athletic space, and you always have to consider glycation when relying on sugar. 100%. You got the it's like browning. It's like cooking your cells from the inside out, and you wonder why people age so fast, right? I thought sugar and fast food was helping me, but it was salt. Low salt was a horrible idea. Yeah, and the thing is, once you actually start to go low salt, you're gonna welcome blood pressure to your system because you're not causing proper blood volume. Here, Duke, dig. Sugar is now found in Italian sausages. Should be illegal. Oh, trust me, there's sugar everywhere, Audrey. There's sugar. If you guys start looking so close at every single ingredient out there, you're gonna be shocked how much sugar or other names of sugar, from dextrose to maltodextrin to glycerin to, there's so many different names they use to hide the molecule. From what I understand, cherries have a lower glycemic index than sausage due to the brown sugar in the sausage. You know, don't mix stuff such as what you get based on season, let's say cherries with a natural sugar, and forget the glycemic index. I think that's a little bit of a hype and a bullshit marketing compared to using heavily processed sugars. They're two different things. But at the end of the day, the body still recognizes sugar as sugar. It's just the problem is, when do we need it and when do we require it? Maybe in a weather like this, where you're constantly being outside and you're moving 10 hours a day, you say, okay, maybe I can have a little bit of sugar, and the sugar would be like maybe like a 10 gram of sugar. Like that's 10 grams of sugar, that's like about 1 cup of blueberries, for example. But your body doesn't need more than that. Unless you're doing it more of a carb load, where you're doing that and you're only taking that once a week, for example. Then that's a different story. That means whatever you're going to store your body with 100 grams or 200 grams of sugar, or carbs or glucose, you're going to actually utilize it within about a week. You're going to notice, okay, your muscle feels fuller, and you'll just burn it off eventually. But the question is, do you really need it? Because if you are going to be actually still taking sugar or carbohydrates to refuel your glycogen storage, then you should not be hitting gluconeogenesis every time you're eating meat. Meaning, you should not be hitting like no more maximum 30 grams of protein. If you hit more than 30 grams of protein, you're going to activate your gluconeogenesis. Then your body's already producing its own sugar to keep the brain going. So there's a lot of ways to kind of look into this. You want to include carbohydrates? Well, you have to kind of fix your meat a little bit better. Paul Saladino can have sugar. We'll see over time. Well, the guy is having sugar like crazy nonstop. I think he's given up on carnivore because He wants to eat and he wants to do other things. And the area he's living, he's living in Costa Rica, so maybe he's not eating all the heavily processed man-made products. It's more of a natural way. So maybe it could be benefit him compared to us living in Canada or US, where a lot of the stuff is being imported and being actually heavily uh, altered. Is there any safe dosages of statin? 5 milligrams will actually will maintain your inflammation levels. Higher than 5 milligrams, then you're gonna start to hit at the lipid level, but you're gonna end up having possible muscle loss and cognitive decline. It helps to be metabolically healthy to start and be super active. What it does, the sugar does. No, yeah, it does help to actually. You have to be physically active yourself. You have to be moving every day. Like our ancestors were moving, 10 kilometers a day on average. Us right now, we sit on the computer so much. We sit on the computer 10 hours and we barely move like 2 minutes. And that's where the issue is. It should be the opposite. But the thing is, our job is so stressed. We have been controlled to actually sit and work and start paying. And look at this. First one. They're starting. They usually start around. Sometimes I wake up in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, and that's when they start. And sometimes they start in the afternoon. If you're going to consume sugar of any length of time, still glycation thought? Not really. No, glycation is consistency. Glycation effects happen based on consistency, not just a one-time off once a week or once every 2 weeks. That's the way you have to look at it. Consistency, then yes, glycation will actually hit you. A one-time off, you're gonna say, you know what? Hey, my friends invited me over for dinner, or I'm gonna have some fresh berries. It is the summertime. That's not gonna actually hit your glycation effect. So our sky is nice and clear right now. It's gonna probably start to kind of change. You guys can see it on my right side of the screen. What's happening? So usually either 4 o'clock in the morning when I wake up, you can start seeing them, or usually right now because it's supposed to be like 20 degrees today, and probably will end up having like drop into like 12 degrees or something because of this. Um, but yeah, that's how you have to look at it. Duke, should we make some coffee? It's 10 o'clock. I'm gonna have some coffee, then I'll come out and play with you. Okay? If you're going If addiction is present with your carb consumption, it will affect your ability to moderate. The pleasure center becomes hijacked. 100%. I love this. I love the way you put it. 100%. Let's go have some coffee, Duke. Then we can play. Sunday is my working day outside. I did finish 2 protocols this morning. So whoever is watching me right now on live, you could be one of the people that actually I finished your protocol. And I'll finish maybe the rest either later today or tomorrow because it takes me a while. Montana, no chemtrails? How come? I should be moving to Montana maybe if there's none there. And you guys are only like 4 hours, I think, 4 or 5 hours away from me in Montana. You're not that far off. Outlawed, okay. Oh, that's really nice. Quebec, Canada, we do have a lot of them. Yeah, it's unfortunate how much we get them. Um, it's kind of depressing. How to register in your school? I put the link in the description. If you go there, you can register right away. I understand carb addiction all too well. Changing my relationship with food was foundational in my healing. 100%, yes. Sugar is, once you actually get rid of that addiction, you become a little bit more aware of your surrounding and tuned in with your body once that addiction is gone from your system. And once the body trusts you, meaning the body knows that, hey, this person is staying consistent and the habits have changed dramatically, now the body will start to surface hidden symptoms. And once you start to actually fix one symptom after the other, then you hit the root cause. That's when the body just says, feels so much at ease. And you'll know the difference right away with everything. And the thing is, you want to feel that way every single day, no matter what. You never want to go back to your old you anymore. What's good for constipation? As a quick fix, you can do magnesium citrate for an emergency, but constipation is a lack of proper electrolyte, meaning magnesium, not enough relaxation in the intestine, and sometimes it is the intake of food. Most of it, you're eating way too much fiber that you don't need it, that you're causing blockages into your intestine, and you're getting rid of a lot of the enzymes that helps break down the food correctly. Coffee time. What's good for constipation? Bloody non-stop here. Bloody non-stop here for constipation. Yeah, they never stop. It's always on the go. Is it okay to take magnesium chloride without other trace minerals? I don't want to take the potassium which the Aussie one has. Yeah, you could take magnesium by itself and with all the other minerals. The other minerals you're going to get from your salt anyway. From your sea salt and stuff. The acid trace minerals is just optional. It doesn't mean you have to take it. Hey, brother, just checking in with you. Hope all is well. Off grid, eat to live, not live to eat. Stay strong. Hey, Rooster, how are you? I hope you're doing good. I hope everything is going well on your end. I hope you're having some nice weather as we are. We're just making some coffee right now, but it's been beautiful outside. We got almost about supposed to reach plus 20 degrees today, but I don't know if it will because we got too many things going on in the sky. But things are good, and it's always good to hear from you. Finally, this winter has passed, which is nice, and hopefully we get some nice sunny days going ahead. So therefore, we can keep our system nice and stable. Lots of baby goats hitting the ground. Nice. I have to drive up to your location and get me a couple goats off you. All I did is I expanded the chicken coop. So now I got 23 hens and one rooster. I extended the chicken coops. Actually, it's looking good. I only get about 10 eggs a day, but I think by next week or 2 weeks, I'll start to get more. But maybe a goat down the road would be nice. Is it possible to get off prostate medication? Yes, 100%. 100% it is. But the thing is, if you don't fix your main diet, you fix your lifestyle, and you're consistent on it, then I wouldn't recommend it. Most harvest from Utah Lake, which I thought wasn't as good as the Aussie Trace Minerals. The Aussie Trace Minerals comes directly from Australia. Everything else is just going to be coming from the US, where
keep in mind the problem is the heavy metals. But the problem is there's heavy metals everywhere. Any place they're going to be hit with the chemtrail. If we're not ingesting it from us breathing environmental, we're going to get it in our food supply, in our supplement supply. Yeah, it's will you miss the winter? No, I won't miss the winter. Trust me, the winter here is way too long. The winter here is way too long in Canada. I wish it's the opposite. I wish it's like we get 12 months of sun and maybe like 2 months of winter. I can say not bad. But here, the winter, from the month of November, December, January, February, March, I get zero sun. I get zero sun. So I'm out with no sun for about almost 80% of the year with no sun, especially in the location I'm at. Plus, on top of that, in the summertime, in the month of June, that's our rainy season, we get hit with a lot of chemtrails for weather modification. And what happened is we got hit with a lot of rain, heavy rain. So we don't get as much sun. This is the only month that we get some good, decent sun, a little bit in July and August, and then the summer is over. And then after that, it starts to get chilly outside. Right now, in the month of May, July, and August, I can actually shower outside. It's beautiful. You know, we get some nice hot water in the hose that I keep outside. By 2 o'clock, I'll have a nice shower outside. You feel like nice refresh, and you can sit down and relax. But yeah, we get way too much, and it's increasing. It's too bad the way can't really say much anymore. It is what it is. I can't really do much. Hey, good morning to you. How you been? What do you put in your coffee? Sometimes I do put MCT oil in it. Oh, decaf is disgusting. I would never drink decaf. I hope you and Duke are doing well. Thank you, Mark. I hope you're doing well yourself. I hope things are good on your end. Just posted my 48-hour timing. Nice. I'm gonna check it out. But yeah, decaf is disgusting, just to let you know. I would never I tried it once. I bought a bag. I tried the first cup. I went back to the location. I'm like, can I return the bag? This stuff is disgusting. What do you think about Glow One? I have one of my friends who tried it. I have some here in my freezer. I haven't tried it yet. He did like a 4-week cycle. And you want to know the effect of it, of the Glow One? Zero. He didn't feel anything. So now I'm wondering if I should continue doing it. But keep in mind, who makes peptides? Do you guys know who makes peptides? Do you put cream in your coffee? No, I don't. I don't do good with dairy. Sometimes I do put like heavy whipping cream, like 33% or 52% that I get from the farmer. But I don't really do good with dairy because I cannot get it raw. Well, other than it made in China overseas, it's actually controlled by Pharmaceuticals. I get the best decaf available, not great, but gets me past drinking coffee till hours later, which I hope it is a good thing. Well, that's not bad. That's not bad. I don't know. I just couldn't handle the taste. It was made like with Swiss water and the whole thing, and I just it didn't feel exciting. I know I was looking for the stimulation effect. The stimulation effect was very minor. Just the taste of it was a little bit different. I even thought it was the same coffee that I always get. So, but I think the last time I tried it was almost like maybe 6 years ago when I tried decaf, and I said, okay, I'll never go back. I'll just stick with full caffeine, and I rather enjoy the flavor, have 1 cup instead of having like 2-3 cups of the decaf. But no, that's really good, actually. It's still crap. Yes, it is. I should quit coffee. You know, I did quit coffee once for like almost was it like 3 to 4 months. And like right now, I don't drink it as much. I don't drink it for the stimulation, to be honest with you. I don't really care about the stimulation because I get no stimulation from it because the way I eat is I just like the flavor of the coffee because I'm not a fan of drinking teas or anything like that. I think they're all bullshit. Train your mind not to like coffee. Coffee is king. I like your shirt. It is quite damaged. Yeah, this is all from Duke. He got a hold of it the other day. He made it look nice for me, so I can't really complain. I know I'm wearing it because I'm gonna be working outside. Next time I'll dress better. I'll put a tie on and a jacket for you guys. I do apologize, but I try to keep it as simple as possible. Because come on, what I know for a fact a lot of you guys watching probably still sitting in your pajamas and shorts. Hibiscus tea is nice. It's not bad. It's quite lemony. I quit coffee for the first 6 months on Carnivore, but I was replacing it with tea and decided was not a good thing. Yeah, I tried tea and yeah, it's not really an ideal intake. I was told Middle Eastern drink lots of coffee. An Arab told me to try Greek coffee, that Western coffee is just water. Yeah, if you ever want to try some really good coffee, the Turkish coffee that I've had when I was overseas, that's something else. The first time I drank a small cup, they actually make it in the sand and they heat it up and everything. I was up for 3 days. I was up for 3 days. Didn't actually sleep or nothing. It was so freaking strong. Does coffee bind with minerals and steal the minerals, Maurice? Yes, it does. It does actually prevent magnesium, niacin, vitamin B1, calcium, phosphorus, all to be actually decrease a bit, but not enough to actually cause harm. But the magnesium tend to actually drop in over time. Yes. That's good. I like your shirt. Keep it real. I'm trying. This is Duke's shirts because Sunday is his day. Working on bonfires, cleaning debris in yard. Had a tree taken down, out, fence, lawn. Next, then a dog. Awesome. Hey, looking forward to see the new dog once you get him. I probably might have to do a fire today to clean up. I did some yesterday. I might have to do it again today or tomorrow. I'll see. But most likely it's gonna be today because usually I do it every Sunday actually to kind of clean up things around the yard and everything. I will try that. Give me a second. Just gotta blend my coffee. I get small of organic custom roasted from Central Market in Texas, and they do ship it for the coffee. A mini Duke. The one that's good. I am getting the other dog that is gonna be delivered to me. They promised me in mid-May. She's gonna be half of Duke's size. So Duke is roughly about 98 pounds plus or minus. She's gonna be roughly about 44 pounds. German Shepherd. She sent me a picture the other day and a video. So the dog runs about 55 kilometers per hour top speed. She loves running, so it's gonna be tough to kind of get her to run here on land. Hopefully, I'll get her to listen first. I'll have to change her name first. So I go live every Sunday only on YouTube, and on school I do a live every Tuesday. But the live on Tuesdays on school This all in regards to the modules and the lessons and a live Q&A from the students. So we do this every single Tuesday, and every Sunday, just a regular YouTube video, as we're doing right now, pretty much. I'm enjoying the coffee and I'm enjoying outside. Look, let's go outside, bud. Let's go outside. I have a plan to go to lab on the swell. Come here, Duke. Let's sit outside for a bit, then we can play. Let me drink my coffee. Let me drink my coffee first. Okay. You wanna sit in the shade? Go sit in the shade. I'm still checking out breeders in the area. My last GST was 120 pounds. Cost too much to feed a big one raw meat. Oh, it is. Trust me. Even 100 pounds, even Duke's size, I go through about 1.5 pounds of meat every day, 6 eggs a day, and a turkey neck. That's his average intake on a daily basis. Now, my other dog that I'm getting, she's 3 years old. She's only been fed kibbles. So her going to a raw diet is going to be interesting. So I might put her on a heavy egg diet. So since I'm going to be getting like 20 eggs a day, if I can give her like at least a good 10 eggs to maintain her weight and muscular ability, I think that would be like a good start for her. But I met a farmer that he's going to give me meat scraps. I'm going to go see him 4 hours. It's supposed to be like tendons and meat and a little bit of fat and everything. I want to see what's the ratio. If the ratio is good, then that would be like a good feed for her. This week, go there on empty stomach without salt, magnesium, glycine, taurine. Kibble is crazy. I can't believe. Well, she's in an adoption center, right? And of course, when they have 200 and some dogs, that's all they feed these dogs is kibbles. And yeah, kibbles, and I'm gonna hate it because she's already been on kibbles for 3 years. You don't know how her living style and everything been. So I know I'm taking a little chance, but I want to actually turn that around. And the only way I can turn that around is for the first 90 days to feed her eggs, because eggs has enhances tissue damage, and if there is anything with the gut, anything with the heart, anything like that, the eggs are going to help with the heavy taurine and glycine to actually fix a glycocalyx issue in the dog. So I'm going to give her that and see how her performance changes with some maybe creatine to enhance her mitochondria. My dog, sometimes she eats 2 pounds a day. They need it. And keep in mind, Duke hunts around here. I know he does catch a lot of mice without me knowing, and he hides them from me. She is a golden retriever. She is beautiful. Hey, every dog is a beautiful. They all have amazing souls, and that's what keeps us going on this earth. Make sure they get bones or give them bone meal. Ground eggshell are good though. I usually do give them bone meal, but I buy turkey necks, and they usually get a turkey neck every day. And sometimes I would crush the eggshell all together as well too. Sorry, Maurice, my question was on labs on empty stomach, 12, 15 hours max. Don't exceed that. So going with magnesium, salt. Empty stomach, yes, it doesn't matter if you take mineralization or supplements, is not going to interfere with the labs. Got a cane corso myself. Oh wow, cane corsos are how much do they get? I think they reach like 140 pounds, I believe, for a cane corso. They're big dogs, and they need a lot of. I think one of my friend had one. They need like some good. I think they go about. Can't remember what was the calculation. 2 grams, 2% of their body weight in meat. Mine is lean, 125.
So yeah, you probably have to feed them about 2% of their body weight in meat amount, I think it was. Should young adults take salt in the morning? Yes, 100%. They need it more on us. That's why a lot of young athletes say they end up getting high blood pressure. They don't take enough salt in their diet. Let's switch this so you guys can see my little view while we're drinking coffee. I need to get like a phone stand so I can put it here on the balcony. Empty stomach is so hard after dinner, then sleep. So ready 14 hours and there will be a drive. Only way is not to fully sleep or eat late or have more like 18-hour fast. Yeah, if you hit the 18-hour fast or longer than that, then it becomes an issue. Then we tend to kind of see higher numbers of ApoB and others. So 12, 15 hours is the number where we're always kind of aiming for. That's like your ultimate best for your lipids. When it hits 18 hours, it's just sometimes it's gonna be like a plus or minus. I used to have a small crocodile in the 70s. Wow. But we think next door poisoned it. That's not good. Um, my brother and I had some unusual pets when younger. It's always nice to have something different, right? It's always nice, and we need to keep that even when we grow older. I think we all need to have pets and have our little toys and all that stuff. Like it doesn't mean when you grow older that's it. You don't want to have any of these things. You just sit at home idle and you work, work, work. What is the freaking end result? The end result is to enjoy life. I am for exactly 13 hours, but requires last meal and short sleep. I would do a late meal then. Do the late meal, 12 to 15 hours. That would be like a perfect timing. When I first started carnivore, my ketones was normal and now it's high. Yeah, once your body adapts, everything becomes good. 100%. We all have some good toys. I love uh, music is amazing. I never really got into it. I should get into it. I used to be into it when I was young, but right now I'm actually, I don't know why, I've been enjoying putting things together, especially building. I don't know why. I just kind of find it that keeps me busy and stuff, which is good. There's my little chicken. My little chicken coop starting to look like a nice guest house. I should build another one like that. But no, I need to build a small section for my gym because I have my gym and I haven't used it yet. Would like to use it, especially doing squats for my knees. No, there's another one coming out. Not the chicken, another one in the sky. Look at that. I thought it was cool. You came and listened to one of my songs, Yuria, Deep, Easy Living cover. I'm gonna stop by even more. Like sometimes I play the music on my phone here, so I'm gonna go back and listen to a lot of that music. I love that stuff, and anything we can do to support you and get your music out there, hey, why not? So if you guys get a chance, everybody that is on here, you guys should go follow the dog paw for the music on YouTube, you guys. And there's my chicken. They're laying some more breakfast eggs. Build a room for Canadian geese. It's illegal. Duke, where are you? See, this is a really good morning, especially when you hear the rooster going in the morning. That's how life should be, nice and relaxing. And hopefully I can finish fixing my kayak today as well too. So if I do fix it, then maybe Next week, well, during the weekday, I want to actually take it out and test it out in the water. A goose is better thing to keep critters away from the chickens. If you free run them. Okay. We've been getting hit. We got hit with coyotes last night. So Duke was up roughly about 3:30. 2 days ago, we got hit with a black bear. I didn't think it was actually going to come up here. It came and ripped my compost. So I'm not going to be doing compost anymore. I'm just going to be burning everything. My Chinese star sign is a rooster. Nice. Cheers to that. They have kids and very violent. They are. The geese are very violent, actually. We have a small pond all the way in the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me zoom in. So there's my old trailer. I have to sell it. So there's a little pond here. I don't know if you guys can see it. We actually used to get some ducks and geese. They come to that pond. But so last time me and Duke went there and there was babies. So Duke jump after them, start going after the babies. So they stopped coming. But we have turkeys on the land here. There's about two of them. And every year they walk out from here by mid-May with about like nine little chicks. So we'll see. We haven't seen them yet. Do you have a gun to scare the bears? I got a few. Let's just say I got a few. Please give Maurice a thumbs up so we can help him build his following. Thank you, Liliana. I appreciate you for that. Yes, guys, if you put your thumbs up, all of you. I'm already at 99 minutes. I was gonna actually leave at exactly 100 minutes, but if I hit like 50 more people, we're at 41 people. I'll stay an extra half hour for you guys. That means we attracted some more people. That would be awesome. And this way we can kind of, I'll talk. Maybe we'll pick a subject. I'll talk to you guys about it, or if you guys have something in mind. I know I did answer a lot of questions. I was thinking of so every Sunday YouTube, I just freely answer your questions as much as I, based on my knowledge and based on my studies and experiments and everything. And on Tuesdays, where my serious class is, I do a full webinar slideshow with images, with valuable information. So if you guys ever become part of my school, I think it'll be great. If you really want to know exactly how the body works, from the cardiovascular to the cortisol to the weight loss to the foundational supplementation. Right now, we're going into the fitness. I do have a lot of things as well written that I'm debating whether to put it part of the school or not, something outside the scope of just nutrition, more into the scope of healing, grounding, copper, other things that I can actually show you specific builds based on what I do, and pretty much we can go from there. The school is it is going to be registered for a credit certification. If that goes through, there'll be an additional 8 weeks video conference one-on-one. Well, not one-on-one, but the group with me directly for people who wants to become certified. And that certification, you'll have me as a backup because you'll have to actually use my protocol part of it. The protocol is quite intensive. Nobody has done it. I already have doctors and practitioners who are actually they're acquiring my service to actually create protocols for them because I came up with a specific idea of a protocol, quite intense. The school, it is $29 a month. If you buy the whole year, it's about $240 a year. But the education form in there, this is like we're talking 20 plus years of my experience with all full real biology information. It's not just something simple that you read. And the problem is, it's not just you're getting the school work, the school lesson. you're getting a complete 100% of my guidance. So if you actually come into the school, you're gonna see hundreds of questions from existing students, and my answers aren't very small. My answers is like a full blown, fully valuable information that will actually answer any consultation you have within that one message sometimes. So it's very informative, very 100% accurate, all scientific studies backed up, everything. And some of it is coming directly from past 20 years of experience that I've actually shared with my patients, that I've actually sharing. And there's another folder that is based on student requests, what students would like to actually see or talk about. I will actually create something specific for them, whether it's premenopause, whether it's something about carnivore, meat-based, vegan, anything they want, everything is specific. So a lot of valuable information. Right now, we have another one that is launching, which is Fitness 101. And I already have about 4 modules, with every module being up to like 6 to 9 lessons. So I'll teach you everything. And yes, I do teach the blood flow. Is connected to most illness. Yes and no, it depends on the context. But it's not about blood flow and increasing blood flow. The question is, how do you increase blood flow and why do you need the blood flow? So there's a lot of things behind it, not just kind of saying, okay, everybody can throw a random word out there. For example, I had one person throw a word yesterday, well, honey is the most important thing in life to fix everything. That's incorrect data, incorrect information. That's marketing. So we're not talking about marketing. We're talking about real biology, real effects, how it affects the human body, what are the main foundation to keep us actually going and thriving. So a lot of the stuff that I'll teach you, and I'll be straight honest with everybody, you're never gonna find it anywhere. You're never gonna find it written in books. You're never gonna find it there's actually anyone talking about it. So it's gonna be quite unique. So if you do become certified, you're gonna be part of that group where it's actually gonna be something you can actually move down the road with it. And like right now, any person you talk to as a consultation, or any doctor, naturopathic, you walk into their office, you spend hundreds of dollars on consultation, you walk out with minimum $1,000 worth of supplementation. It's not about putting more supplement onto a stressed body. It's understanding why the body is in a deficient mode. How can we fix it? How can we alter? How can we actually adjust? And food plays a huge role in this. But as well, your environment plays a massive role. Your sleep, your cortisol, your intake of food, your intake of stimulation, everything plays a role in that. And if you're just gonna look at one factor, pretty much you're missing the whole point. And the problem is, when you go see an MD or you go see a naturopathic, you tell them, hey, I have high LDL, for example. The only thing they tell you, hey, go eat more fiber. Well, it's not more fiber. It's something going on in my body. Oh, it's genetic. Oh, it's this. So they're always constantly guessing, and they're bullshitting, and they're pushing, and they're forcing. But yet, you as a customer, as a patient, all you're doing is just you trust them and you keep spending money. So with me, when you have a consultation, it's not about you spending money on supplementation. Why would I want to give you a bag of supplementation on a stressed body? Let's fix the foundation. Let's fix everything upstream before we look at downstream. Spent hundreds of dollars on supplement, wasted time and money. 100%. Yes, they waste my money, both natural and medical doctors. They should be in jail. They should be. 100%, I agree with that. You're not medically deficient. You're not supplementation deficient. The problem is nobody explained that, because everybody wants to make money. Doctors wants to make money. Pharmaceutical wants to make money. Nutritionists and dietitians and influencers, they all want to make money. They try to come up with the best video script to catch you, to catch the algorithm. But because I talk about biology and I talk about how the human body works, I never get bumped up in the algorithm. They always keep me low. Why? Because there's no money in it. There's no money in it, which is bullshit. Please talk about the core certification. What kind of certification? So the certification is you will be qualified as a CNS, Certified Nutrition Specialist, and it's gonna be accredited. I'm waiting for the accreditation to actually. It is gonna be under my school name.
eat based on your biology, not ideology, is going to be under that name. It is going to be registered. I'm waiting for the registration paper to complete and the whole thing. The whole process takes about 3-6 months on my end. It is costing a lot of money. So once that actually been 100% approved, the price of the school might increase, or I might just have it specifically for people from school that want to join the certification program. They'll have, it's going to be a separate price. I have to, because it's costing me a lot of money on my end, because I have to pay government fees and everything for me to actually turn it into a school system. So it is going to be turned into a school system, yes. And you know for a fact, guys, when you actually go and do a school system, they do charge a couple $100. So I don't want to do that to everyone. I want to keep it where selective individuals who do want to actually practice as a practitioner, I'm gonna have it as a registered, where if you're gonna continue education down the road or anything, you have credits already gotten from my school board that you can actually take it with you anywhere you go. Okay, and that's how it's gonna be. Please talk. So the certification, it is gonna be real. It's not bullshit. It's not gonna be, hey, I'll give you a certification that I can print for $5 and stamp it, and that's it, you're certified. No, the certification is gonna be approved. That means if you want to get insurance based on the local state, based international, or based in Canada, you're gonna be able to get approved from insurance as well too. So I'm doing the full work on that. My 60-year-old brother found out he had brain cancer over a year ago. He went keto, stayed stable, but now scans shows tumor bigger on a new one. Keep in mind, going high fat, it will actually thrive some cancer cells and will destroy certain cancer cells. The idea is cancer thrive in a high estrogenic dominance. I showed your school to my boss, who is a retired doctor, and he thought it was absolutely advanced material, great biology topics and biochemistry. He's retired, otherwise he said he would have done it. Thank you, Sandra. I really appreciate that, and that means a lot of you putting that out there, and for your doctor to say that. Yes, the information I have, I had one naturopathic doctor that I train. He's been in a school for more than 12 years as a naturopathic. He said one thing to me. He's like, your material is about 10 to 15 years in advance compared to everyone else teaching out there. So the information I'm giving you guys is something first class. Do you recommend nattokinase over lumbrokinase? They both do the same thing. They both go after fibrosis. The question is, do you need it? Do you have fibrosis? Now, don't fall victim for the marketing bullshit that people tells you it reduces soft plaque. It does not. Do you think about fenbendazole and menbendazole and ivermectin? These are pharmaceutical products. You think pharmaceutical is going to give you these products and actually cure you? They're still making money off you. They're still making money off you. So keep in mind, it's still a pharmaceutical. It's not going to actually fix cancer or other things. People are influencers talk bullshit and they sell you supplement bullshit, but there's no proof. It might maybe hold off. But at the end of the day, what you're trying to cure is not a parasite issue. It's a dominant issue. Fix your dominant issue, then everything downhill, everything downstream works. Xylitol gum, if you're using it for your teeth, antibacterial, all that stuff is good, but other than that, no other option for it. I hate to bring it back up, but what is the fibrin? So fibrin is, when you have a cut and you have fibrin, they will rush to stop the bleeding. So that's what it is. So it's like a clotting, it clots. So if you're taking lumbrokinase, that means you're actually reducing the clotting effect. So if you have a heart attack, instead of actually allowing the fibrin goes and holds it, so it prevents leakage, that's what the heart attack is caused from. Or if you're taking vaccinations or others. So the idea behind it is you take it to keep fibrinogen or fibrosis down. But if you check your blood test, there's a test called fibrinogen. If your fibrinogen is regulated, why would you want to take it? I've done a lot of research on lumbrokinase and nattokinase, and done a lot of research on serapeptase. All they are is enzymatics to break down fibrin. And it's good for people that actually taken a lot of vaccinations. Please give Maurice a thumbs up, folks. Appreciate you, Liliani. Guys, would be nice to if you tap the screen, would be awesome. I'd say a rinse with xylitol, but do not swallow it. Yeah. So I have a mix. I was supposed to actually share it with you guys. I don't know if I have it here. I have a mix. So there's my little mix that I use for my. That's what I brush my teeth with. You guys probably have it. I don't know if I gave you the recipe in school or not. So there's my little mix. I don't know if you guys can see it. So in here, we have xylitol. I have calcium carbonate, baking soda, cloves, MCT oil, and I have what do you call that? Myrrh, MYRRH gum. I have it all in here. Mix it up. So I do a batch. I do a couple batches, and every time I put it in this container, that's when I add the MCT with it. And if I don't put it in that container, I usually have it in this container already pre-mixed as powder. So if you guys can see, it's all white powder kind of thing. It's mixed, about 6 types of powder. It has like a clove smell, very, very nice. But that's what I brush my teeth with. But yeah, that's how simple it is. And that's where, xylitol comes in play. But maybe Liliani, remind me about this maybe mix. I'll put it for you guys in school. For the dental mix. Actually, it works really, really good. You have to brush your teeth with it at least twice a day. Don't over scrub too much. Just nice and light. Is there such thing as parasite cleanse? No, there isn't. It's all marketing bullshit. As long as you have good pH in your body, like we're talking 1.5 to 2 for the pH, you will never have any parasites growing in your gut, any pathogenic effect. That's why they want you to actually eat carbohydrates, because you increase your pH, now you have pathogenic issues. I will post a question on school for the dental recipe. Thank you. I really appreciate you for that. If you could, would be great. And I'll give you guys a recipe that I use. I'm trying to actually include everything that I use so I can give it to you. Just give me a second, I have to respond. So I have to respond to the message because I'm getting a load of truck of sand coming in, a full load. So I have to move my truck so this way I can put them under the footings. Carnivore, Arizona is so beautiful. Is it okay to do berberine if you're doing super low close? You can do berberine. Berberine is going to prevent your LDL from oxidizing, so it should be fine. You're right. You're live with everything I learned in college. Cheers. Hi, everyone. Chrissy, your dental protocol is on Substack under notes, clearly illustrated. Oh, nice. Thank you for putting that out there. And maybe I'll copy that or maybe link it to school or something. Because I know I had Substack way before school, and I know I used to put a lot of stuff there. but I'll move it over to the school. My integrative doctor that does do most of the proper tests said carnivore will make your body acidic and kill you. Dr. Ken Berry said, if he said that, he's an idiot. When people say stuff like that, I always call them lazy science, because people that actually still blame a diet and are clueless. I call that lazy science. It's like they hear something and they never really look into it much or do research, and they just say it because it sounds good. But it's funny how that, almost 80% of the population believes, hey, you can have an acidic body, and yet your body regulates your body so well that we have different specific pH across the whole body, from your mouth all the way till you urinate. Why are you against statins? I'm not against statins, but it is a pharmaceutical for people that cannot control their lifestyle or their diet. If they need it, definitely go for it. But there is some major side effects from it, whether you're going to have cognitive decline, muscle loss, irregular sleep, different pH level in your gut, other symptoms. It's not whether I am against it. I would recommend it for a person who's too lazy to actually practice proper eating. I have nothing against that. So it's the same thing where you tell me, hey, are you against vegan? I'm not against vegan. I just, if you can thrive on that diet, all the powers to you. But if you're having issues, then we have to actually fine tune things. So it's the same thing with the statins. Doesn't mean I am against it, and it doesn't mean that I support it. I am against supplementation, and I don't support them. And same thing with the statins. I would only offer it if a person is too lazy to actually do something about it. So if you're my patient and I tell you, hey, it's non-negotiable for you to actually walk every day 30 to 40 minutes, but you're too lazy to do that, then I'm going to tell you, you know what? I think it's better for you to actually be on statins because you're actually too lazy or don't have the time to actually do it. Maybe you're overwhelmed. Maybe you have personal issues. Maybe you're working 14 hours a day that you can't do much movement. So yes, you going on pharmaceuticals, all the power to you. It's something better than nothing at the end of the day. Many people fighting addiction food, and the addiction is all about sugar. It's all about ingredients they use in the food. So for example, I have people, they take specific pharmaceuticals because they just have a very stressful life. So some people, they need it. Medicine is for average working people who cannot all live in the woods eating healthy. Well, not 100% correct, because medicine is made and a lot of people are taking advantage of it, that they're actually becoming lazy. So if you actually work in a city and you live in a condo, but yet instead of you driving from work to your house, if it's a 5-minute walk it. That's an exercise. We don't have to rely on technology to actually get us from point A to point B. There's things we can actually do to actually improve our health, to improve our function, to improve our movement, to improve our nitric oxide. But sometimes we take the easy route. The only time you want to take the easy route as a statin or Xenamide or anything else, only if it becomes like a chronic issue and it cannot be reversed, only if the damage cannot be reversed anymore. There you go. Use stairs instead of elevators. So there's a lot of things we can implement. Even thought the environment is against us, everything above is against us. So it means that you have to fight for it to actually stay healthy. What if something happens and you cannot get your hands on statins anymore? It doesn't exist anymore. All the pharmaceuticals get shut down. What do? You'll have to pick yourself up and say, hey, damn, I cannot take statins anymore. I have to walk 10 minutes every day to go to work. I have to actually use the stairs instead of using the elevator. I have to actually get up and do wall sits. It doesn't mean you have to live in a freaking wood. I do wall sits every hour. So all these things are there for you to use, but yet some of us are just, we're too tired to actually use them, or we don't want to use them. I would take the stairs instead of the elevator when I worked in an office, 100%. Move to a forest, you'll never stop having work to do. Yeah, no kidding. Like, come and live here in the forest. Guess what? You wake up 4 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes you wake up at 3, you can't sleep because you have animals. You need to protect your chicken, you need to protect your dog, or whatever it is. But yet, the day from the morning till night, you never stop from working. You're constantly either cutting the wood, looking after the house, looking after the essential. Where do you get your water? Where do you get your power? Where do you get your electricity? Where do you get your food? You actually have to build that yourself. So the same thing is working 12 to 16 hours a day. Your work is stress-free though? I'll tell you what, how could my work be stress-free? If I wake up at 4 o'clock and say, you know what, I don't feel like doing anything today. Do you think I can just open the fridge and eat? If I didn't actually have to go out and work in the yard and work in the farm to actually get the food going? If I don't feed the chicken, for example, how are you going to eat? You have to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to feed them. You have to change their water. You have to make sure there's no animals around. You have to have a fence. You have to have everything, all the essential. You have to have your own gas, your own fire, your own electricity, everything. So how do you compare that? The same way you wake up every day, you get dressed and you take a shower and you actually go to work from 9 to 5. I have to do the same thing much earlier than you. You're working your brain and with other things. I'm doing the same thing, but I'm actually moving. But the same thing, I actually still look after my patients and my customers and everyone. The same way I have to motivate them to keep them going, I have to motivate myself. I take all that negativity and I have to actually, before, turn it around and make it into something positive. Hey Maurice, how's your home gym set up, coming along? What's the chickens eating these days? I haven't finished the gym. I have to actually build the room still for the gym, so I haven't gotten there. It's gonna take me some time. The chickens are great. They're actually I got the dandelion, the grass. We got a little bit of barley, but right now I'm building the what do you call it outside? The chicken run, so they can actually go out. I'll show you here because I have to go. I have a truck driver coming to drop off some stuff. So there's a chicken run that I built. And trust me, you're going to be doing everything by hand. You're never going to actually get somebody else to do it for you. So you have to rely on yourself. Is much harder. Because if you actually get up and do these things daily, you're never going to become successful. Then I'll tell you, hey, go back and live in the city and wait for the food to come into your freaking door. Oh, you have to stay healthy. Like, you cannot be sick. The moment you're sick, you're done. That's it. The moment you're sick, you're done. And trust me, you cannot afford being sick. And some of us have to shower at the end of the day. And the way we shower is outside. You jump in an ice cold, freezing cold water and you say thank you. And you're thankful for it. But yet, you living in the city, you probably have hot water on demand. Well, guess what? I have to heat up my hot water before I get there. I have to activate my wood stove to get it. So the same way you're working in a different environment, it is the same way working here. So you still have to actually put out all that performance out there. If you don't put out that performance, you're never going to become successful. It's the same thing as you open up your own business. You give it 2-3 years. If you don't actually keep pushing and making it happen and everything, it's like you actually wear so many different hats. While having a farm or having an acreage, you're wearing very many hats as well because you're doing everything from scratch yourself. You're not asking anybody for help because sometimes you cannot afford help. So there's a lot of things to actually look into. It doesn't mean it's stress-free. Everything has stress, but I don't think about it as being stress. I think about it, how can I actually make the day the best day of my life? How can I actually make this day very successful? We all have a boss no matter what. We all have a boss. You just don't see it yet. Your boss is just another person, but we all have a boss above us that actually we have to be thankful for. If you're thankful, everything will work out perfectly. But if you're actually always questioning everything, nothing is going to work. in front of you. Anyway, guys, I do have to get going because I have to move my truck, because I have a truck coming in to drop off a full load of sand, and that's gonna be fun. Moving that from one area to another is gonna be a lot of work. Last time it took me 3 weeks. I'll see how long it's gonna take me this time. It's gonna be a lot of work, but I have to do it. Costco and whole prime rib at $14.99 a pound. That's not bad. That's pretty good price. You guys take care of yourself. Happy Sunday. Paul, you take care of yourself as well. You keep me updated with everything. No more stress. Make sure you're enjoying life as much as you could. You guys, was always nice chatting with you. And I like these challenging questions. Gets me thinking a bit. Verify and pursue 100%. 100%. We love you too, guys. And make sure we'll see you guys on Tuesday for most of you in school. And we'll go from there. Have a great week ahead. Thanks for all the information, post videos. Cheers. Appreciate you. You guys take care. And I'll have to go move my truck right now. Let's see here. Let me send them a message. I'll tell them I'm ready. Sounds good. Because they have a trailer hooked up to it. Thank you for answering the questions. Have a great day. You guys take care of yourself. Cheers. You're awesome, Maurice and Duke. Thank you, guys.